Yeah, so we've got a great array of benefits at Newcastle Building Society, but we were finding increasingly that they were dotted around all over the place. We had some on our intranet, we had some in other places that you had to email people on that were just managed by different teams. And so we really wanted to consolidate it, bring it all under kind of one roof, make it really easy for people to access it and just kind of highlight everything that we've got, which I think really our colleagues hadn't necessarily appreciated until that point, and try and really simplify a lot of those processes for our colleagues throughout the society. Yeah, it was great actually. It worked really well. I've done a couple of flexible benefit launches before, but I like the fact that you just had a single point of contact at Zest who would meet up with on a regular basis, a couple of calls at least every week, and really work it through. That was right from kind of design through to testing, through to launch, and then post-launch support. So that made it kind of really easy for us. And you weren't trying to hand over lots of information to lots of different colleagues at Zest side. They made a single point of contact, definitely made that process really smooth for us. And the launch went really well. We managed to get it working through single sign-on through our Active Directory. That made it really simple for people to kind of log on to the platform. The landing page landed really well. We did quite a lot of sort of pre-com, so we teased it out to our colleagues in advance. We did posters kind of around the organisation as well. But it was really well received when it launched. It launched on time and exactly landed where we needed it to. Yeah. Definitely. The feedback that we've had has been really positive. When we took our colleague insight forum, which is a representative of our business, just a couple of weeks ago, we asked them for their feedback and they genuinely said it was beyond their expectations. They knew something was coming, but it kind of like it exceeded those, and that's quite a difficult task to do. So people really liked the look and feel of it. It felt very well branded. It felt like us being able to use a lot of our own imagery, being able to use a lot of our own colours, putting our kind of logo onto the site. It just felt like it had been almost custom made for us. And so people engaged with it really well. We also really like the simplicity of the platform as well. Being able to see everything actually just on one page, that's very difficult. It looks easy when you kind of see it, but actually it's quite difficult to do. And actually you've just got one landing page where you can pretty much do everything. You've then got sub menus you can go into, but largely they're just kind of drilling into a little bit more detail on each of the benefits or kind of where you want to target things. So yeah, I think the fact that it looks and feels like us, it's really intuitive. We didn't need to do lots of training for our kind of colleagues across the business. It really was just send them the link, give them the information, tell them the dates, and they really did kind of self-serve and manage to navigate around themselves. And we found that the queries that we had in, we were expecting a few just having previous flexible benefits launched, but actually we hardly have any queries about people. How do I navigate around? How do I find things? People just took to it like a duck to water, really. Yes, I can. We've actually just pulled some management information on this that I'm going to share with our executive team. But we saw over 200 different pension selections through the site, which for us is over more than 10% of our workforce. So over 10% of our colleagues essentially chose to amend their pension contributions, which for us was really important. As a society, we're about connecting communities with a better financial future. Needs to be in the heart of what we do from an employer perspective as well. It's about connecting colleagues with a better financial future. We've got a great pension scheme, but people weren't necessarily making the most of it, and the platforms really helped us kind of highlight that to individuals, make it really easy for them to amend their pension contributions and get more from the society in return. So it really helped fulfill our purpose, and we saw some really good kind of engagement with that. Yeah, the relationship has been really good, actually. Again, I like the fact that we've got one or two points of contact kind of across Zest. They're really open to hearing our ideas. We're already speaking to them and their product team around, oh, could we tweak this slightly? Can we have a look at this just to really fine tune it and make it even better? They've been really receptive to those ideas as well. We really like their kind of ethos as well. They feel very aligned to our purpose, and they just really keep things simple. They don't make things overly complicated. They don't try to kind of project manage the life out of you. They just really do what they say on the tin, and their platform's fantastic as well. I can't think of any significant challenges we had. As I said, there's a couple of elements where we want to customize it slightly, and you're able to do a huge amount of customization kind of on the site, and you're able to do it yourselves rather than sending it through to Zest to do it on your behalf and then getting charged for it. So we really like the flexibility that you had on the platform. You're able to add your own imagery, you're able to update the text at any time. You've got a lot of functionality kind of within there, really, to add, remove benefits or change benefits as you want, which we really like. There's a couple of sort of like minor things that we do want to still kind of like work with Zest on, but we know they're really open to that. So yeah, we're looking forward to continuing to use them long into the future. Yeah, absolutely. But for all the reasons I've said, really, they're really straightforward to kind of deal with. They keep things really simple. There's very little kind of jargon that you have to kind of wade through, which often you do find with different benefits providers. And they're just kind of and the technology is really great. It's really simple, it's intuitive, and our colleagues love it. Yeah, there were a couple of things that we've asked them to do. So single sign-on was a big one for us. We wanted it to make it as easy as possible for people to be able to access the platform while they were on our network. That worked really well, and the integration in that worked great. We also wanted to actually just keep it on our network as well. So being able to kind of customize it to actually say that colleagues couldn't access it if they weren't going through single sign-on, with the exception being if colleagues are away on long-term absence, for example, or on parental leave. That was brilliant, and that kind of really met our purposes from a security point of view as well. And more recently, we've just launched a new benefit called Colleague Mortgage, and we work really closely with the Zest team to kind of get that added onto the platform. And it's something that's quite new out there. It's our own benefit. There's not many providers who kind of offer this, if any, so we feel we're quite leading edge, and we've managed to kind of design that benefit within the platform, and we've seen really kind of good take up on that benefit as well. And that's we feel that's really set us apart as an employer, and that's been enabled kind of through Zest, so that we can track expressions of interest through to actually application for benefit, and then we're able to kind of track leavers or movers around the business as well, which is really important for that specific benefit for us. Yes, so the specific example about our pension take-up has been a real win for us. We really wanted to focus on kind of pension engagement, getting people kind of like reviewing and amending their pension contributions. So the fact that the Zest platforms allowed us to do that has been great. But I'd say overall, we were targeting, and we felt this was quite ambitious when we first launched, that we'd want 75% of our colleagues to kind of log into the platform within the 3-week window that we had in place, taking into account people who are on holiday, long-term sick absence, and we've got a lot of branch-based colleagues who are in front of a computer all the time as well. But we actually more than exceeded that. I think it was 87% that we got in the end, which we were really happy with, and really good engagement. So for us, that was kind of achieved above and beyond what we thought was quite an ambitious target. Zest definitely helped us meet that by providing such a great platform. We've got some quite big plans. As I say, there's a few customizations we'd like to get to get the platform kind of working even better, particularly around kind of making it really obvious to people where they're applying for salary sacrifice and the impact upon their take-home pay. That's very much there within the platform, but we'd like to make it even clearer for people, really kind of draw that out in the benefits. So we're really kind of keen on that. We'd like it to integrate with our HR system as well. And we know it's got the ability to do that through API links. So we're working really closely with Zest, so that kind of data transfer from our HR system and payroll system into the flexible benefits platforms just becomes really seamless and reduces down that admin time. So that's definitely something that's on the horizon for the future, and we're looking forward to working with Zest on